For every internet sensation who successfully rode the wave of viral fame to lasting success, there's another who crashed spectacularly. And nowhere is this divide more dramatic than in the story of one-hit wonders who either transformed their moment into something meaningful or watched it all crumble in real time. Starting with perhaps the most catastrophic fall from grace in recent memory, the Island Boys. The brothers recorded themselves performing an impromptu rap that would go on to rack up tens of millions of views across social media platforms. But there was just one problem. The internet's verdict came swiftly and merciless.
1,000 years from now, someone's gonna dig this esh up and fully understand why our civilization collapsed.
As the mockery spread like wildfire, the Island Boys found themselves becoming viral for entirely the wrong reason. But what truly sealed their fate wasn't just the initial ridicule. It was their response to criticism that turned temporary mockery into permanent damage. The fallout was immediate and devastating. The Island Boys represent the worst-case scenario for viral fame, a moment that destroyed rather than built a career. But their story pales in comparison to someone who endured far worse before finding redemption. Rebecca Black was just 13 years old when she became the internet's favorite punching bag. Friday, gotta get down on Friday. The song became an instant meme, but not in the way anyone hoped. The criticism wasn't just harsh, it was brutal and deeply personal. The harassment followed her everywhere, even beyond the screen.
When I walk by, they'll start singing Friday in a really nasally voice, or, they'll be like, oh hey, Rebecca, guess what day it is?
The relentless bullying took its toll. But here's where Rebecca's story diverges from the Island Boys. Instead of letting her viral moment define her negatively, she used time as her greatest weapon. The reception this time? Completely different. Rebecca Black transformed her nightmare into a redemption arc, proving that with persistence and genuine passion, even the most ridiculed one-hit wonder can reclaim their narrative. But if Rebecca's path was about redemption through time, Poppy's journey was about maintaining control from the very beginning. Her content was deliberately strange, almost alien in its presentation.
Poppy, I'm Poppy, I'm Poppy, I'm Poppy.
The video that would launch her into mainstream consciousness was deceptively simple, yet it sparked endless discussion and memes.
Our essay has to have that 1,000 word count. This was just one of the many jokes inspired by this video, helping spawn memes and headlines that brought waves of attention to Poppy's door.
This is where most viral creators lose control, but not Poppy. Her fanbase wasn't just engaged. They were genuinely invested in her artistic evolution. With this foundation of support, Poppy made a bold pivot that could have ended her career. Instead of alienating her audience, she found her true calling. Poppy's success came from understanding something crucial. Viral fame is just a doorway. What you do after walking through it determines everything. But not every child thrust into the spotlight handles it as well as Poppy. Which brings us to Lil Tay, whose story took one of the darkest turns in internet history. Long before her name resurfaced in the most controversial way possible in 2025, Lil Tay was a 9-year-old girl who went viral in 2017 for flexing wealth and using explicit language that no child should even know. The internet was simultaneously fascinated and horrified, watching this child surrounded by luxury cars and cash, clearly being controlled by adults behind the camera. As concerns about exploitation grew louder, she mysteriously disappeared from the internet entirely. Then, in August 2023, the unthinkable happened. A post on her Instagram account announced that she had died. The internet went into shock. Tributes poured in. News outlets covered the tragedy. But within 24 hours, the truth emerged. It was all a hack, a cruel hoax. Lil Tay was alive. But what came next was somehow even more disturbing than the death hoax itself.
I did it, link in bio, all content shot at 12:01 on my 18th birthday. And then she posts this picture where she's wearing this shirt that says corn star in training. I mean, I guess I just don't really see why some people, get off on this type of thing. Like, they want to see the girl's birth certificate to make sure they can go into her the second she turns 18.
The backlash was immediate and intense. Critics argued that someone who had been exploited as a child was now being exploited as an adult, with the entire setup reeking of the same predatory management that had controlled her since she was 9 years old. The fact that her account launched at the exact stroke of midnight on her birthday, with marketing emphasizing she was freshly 18, made many people deeply uncomfortable. Lil Tay's story represents perhaps the darkest evolution of viral child stardom, a cautionary tale about what happens when internet fame, exploitation, and the commodification of youth collide. As of 2025, debates about her situation continue to rage online, with many questioning whether her viral moment was ever truly hers at all. Meanwhile, one of the most wholesome examples of handling viral fame belongs to someone who became a meme decades before social media even existed. His path to stardom was traditional, grounded in genuine musical talent. When his debut single dropped in 1987, it was an instant classic. But Rick's true moment of viral immortality came 20 years later, when the internet rediscovered his song in the most unexpected way. The Rick roll became one of the internet's most enduring pranks. And Rick himself? He leaned into it completely. The meme didn't just revive his career, it cemented his legacy. Rick Astley understood the game perfectly. When the internet makes you a meme, you either fight it and lose, or embrace it and win. But not everyone who embraces their viral moment does so with Rick's genuine charm. Some try to capitalize so aggressively that they destroy everything they built overnight. Enter Hawk Tuah Girl, real name Haley Welch, who became an overnight sensation in June 2024 after a street interview where she made an explicit joke that immediately went viral. Unlike many who fade after their moment, Haley seemed to understand how to monetize viral fame, launching a podcast, selling merchandise, and building a brand around her catchphrase. For months, it seemed like she had cracked the code. She was everywhere, making appearances, doing interviews, and amassing a loyal following who loved her down-to-earth Tennessee charm. But then came December 2024, and everything changed. Haley announced she was launching her own cryptocurrency, the Hawk Coin. Her fans, many of whom had supported her journey from the beginning, rushed to invest. Within minutes of launching, the coin's market cap hit a staggering $490 million. And then it all came crashing down.
Questions? I have questions. I'm raising my hand. Hey guys.
What CopyZilla?
Hey, this is one of the most miserable, horrible launches I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Within hours, the Hawk Coin had lost 95% of its value. Fans who had invested thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, watched their money evaporate. The evidence of insider trading was damning. Wallets connected to her team had bought massive amounts before the public launch, then sold immediately after, pocketing millions, while regular investors lost everything. The fallout was catastrophic. A class action lawsuit was filed. The FBI launched an investigation, and Haley's reputation went from viral sensation to alleged scammer virtually overnight. Her podcast lost sponsors, her merchandise sales plummeted, and the same fans who had once championed her now felt betrayed. As of 2025, the legal battles continue, and Hawk Tuah Girl's name has become synonymous with one of the biggest influencer crypto scams in internet history. Her story serves as a stark reminder that viral fame, when weaponized to exploit your own fan base, can turn your greatest moment into your worst nightmare. But while Haley's greed destroyed her reputation, another viral sensation chose humility and authenticity, building something genuinely special from his moment. The video of the young boy yodeling in the middle of a supermarket captured hearts worldwide.
That last song did she said goodbye. Well, Lord, I thought I would cry.
His rise was meteoric and surreal. But then something unexpected happened.
Sorry I've been so quiet on social media.
His comeback was met with overwhelming support. Mason Ramsey's story proves that sometimes the smartest move after going viral is to step back, live your life, and only return when you're truly ready, not when the algorithm demands it. But not everyone has the wisdom to step away when fame becomes toxic. Some viral moments turn into prolonged nightmares, as seen with Picotaro, who's been chasing the ghost of his one hit for nearly a decade. Then came the moment that would define his career, for better and worse. The absurdist comedy of Pen Pineapple Apple Pen was impossible to ignore. The numbers were staggering. But here's where Kosaka's journey diverges from the success stories. He couldn't let go. The internet's reaction to his continued attempts has been less than kind. Picotaro's persistence is admirable, but his story highlights a harsh truth. Sometimes your one-hit wonder is lightning in a bottle, and chasing it can become a career-long exercise in diminishing returns. While Picotaro continues his uphill battle with self-imposed expectations, another viral sensation faced a completely different kind of struggle, one where the attention itself became the enemy. His unwanted fame began with a single photograph. The reaction was overwhelming and invasive, but Alex's experience with viral fame was anything but glamorous. The pressure from others only made things worse. He tried to make it work, attempting various social media ventures, but every platform brought the same shallow attention he desperately wanted to escape. Eventually, Alex made the decision that so few viral sensations have the courage to make. Alex Lee's story is a powerful reminder that not every viral moment is a blessing, and sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away from fame entirely in pursuit of genuine happiness. That same pursuit of happiness drove another creator to make a similar decision, though his journey played out in a very different arena.
Gentlemen, I am quitting Minecraft.
But 3 years before that dramatic announcement, Mystery Ore had burst onto the scene with incredible momentum. His early success was unprecedented, but then the uploads slowed, and the gaps between videos grew longer. Their fears were confirmed when he finally addressed his future. But here's where Mystery Ore's story gets interesting. He couldn't stay away. Mystery Ore's journey shows that sometimes quitting isn't permanent, and that's okay. The key is finding what truly makes you happy, even if it takes multiple attempts to figure out. But while Mystery Ore grapples with finding his passion, another viral sensation discovered that fame without character leads to a spectacular fall from grace. It's hard to believe, given his current situation, but Salt Bae was once beloved worldwide. He capitalized on the fame immediately, expanding his restaurant empire. But as his profile grew, so did his controversies. Things deteriorated rapidly from there. Then came the moment that truly destroyed his reputation. The consequences have been severe and lasting. Salt Bae's downfall proves that viral fame without respect, humility, or genuine talent is a house of cards waiting to collapse. But while Salt Bae's golden moment tarnishes by the day, one viral sensation continues to shine brighter than ever, proving that authenticity and joy can sustain a career far beyond a single meme. His saxophone solo became an instant internet sensation. But Sergey didn't just accept his meme status. He owned it completely. That embrace paid off in a major way, and he's never stopped performing since. Epic Sax Guy's enduring success comes from a simple formula: genuine talent, infectious joy, and complete acceptance of his viral moment. He never tried to be more than what he was, and paradoxically, that made him something greater. In the end, the difference between viral sensations who thrive and those who crash comes down to one simple truth. It's not about the moment. It's about what you do with it. Some choose greed, some choose authenticity, some choose to walk away, and some choose to chase the high forever. But only those who stay true to themselves, respect their audience, and understand that viral fame is a beginning, not an ending, have any hope of turning their one-hit wonder into a lasting legacy.